Capitol riot aftermath, high schooler sentenced to 1 year in prison. TL. Georgia's Bruno Joseph Cua, who was just 18 when he joined the infamous Capitol riot on January 6, 2021, has been sentenced to 1 year in prison. The young rioter attacked the Capitol, assaulted a police officer, and even dared to take a seat reserved for the vice president on the Senate floor. Now, he faces the consequences of his actions. But the question remains, does his remorseful apology and young age warrant leniency, or should he face a harsher punishment for his role in the attack on democracy? Washington, D.C. It was a day that shook the nation to its core, January 6, 2021, when a mob stormed the U.S. Capitol, attempting to overturn the results of the presidential election. Among the rioters was Bruno Joseph Cua, a high school student from Georgia, who, despite his young age, found himself on the wrong side of history. Fast forward to today, and Cua has received his sentence, 1 year in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release. But is this punishment enough for his role in the violent attack on the heart of American democracy? In a surprising turn of events, Cua, now 21, stood before U.S. District Judge Randolph Moss and expressed remorse for his actions. He acknowledged the gravity of his mistake, labeling it a series of terrible decisions. But does genuine remorse excuse his actions, or should the consequences be more severe? The judge himself was torn, stating that he had initially considered a longer sentence for Cua. However, after hearing the young man's heartfelt apology, Judge Moss believes there might still be hope for redemption. But can we truly find forgiveness for someone who played such a unique and prominent role in the violent riot? As Cua's defense cited his age as grounds for leniency, prosecutors were quick to argue that an 18-year-old should be capable of making mature decisions. After all, an 18-year-old can vote, join the military, sign contracts, and serve on a jury. So, is youth a valid excuse for such a grave offense? Or should we hold young adults accountable for their actions, just like any other citizen? It's not just Cua on the hot seat. More than 1,000 people have been charged with crimes related to the January 6 Capitol riot. While some have faced significant prison sentences, others have managed to escape with probation. Is this disparity in punishments fair, or should there be a consistent standard for all involved in the attack? The road to justice is filled with questions, and the answers aren't easy. The Capitol riot exposed deep divisions in the nation, and the sentencing of rioters like Cua forces us to confront our values and beliefs about accountability and forgiveness. So, what's your take on the matter? Should Cua's young age and apology mitigate his sentence, or should he face the full weight of the law? Let's discuss. Disclaimer: the views expressed in this article are for discussion purposes only and do not constitute legal advice or recommendations. Turned Up News does not endorse or condone any form of violence, and this article is intended solely for informative and thought-provoking purposes.